Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again, and today I am going to show you 10 more of the character drawings that I recently did. So remember that I did a character update video like just some days ago, and so I talked about 10 of the characters that I drew in that video, and I said that I'll do another video about this, and
here it is. Here I am with you with Fians.
So yeah, today this video is about another 10 of the characters that I recently drew on that wall. It's basically the last row there that I didn't introduce to you yet. Yeah, so this video is just another character update. Let's get on to it. Fians is feeling really happy right now because he gets to do the outro. Okay, so guys, these are the big stack of characters that I am going to introduce you guys today. Let's get started. I really love Trinity. So I know I already drew her with Neo in one picture, but I just feel like that I like Trinity so much, I'm gonna draw her by herself. So Trinity is this character in the Matrix. She really loves Neo and works with Morpheus. And yeah, this is Trinity, and I really like her name. I really like her coat actually. I think it's pretty alike to Tina Goldstein's coat. I don't know why, but it's a bit alike. They're all really elegant. And this year's Halloween, I'm gonna save all my money and buy one of the coats like this and dress up as Trinity. So what I really like about Trinity is that she believes in Neo, and she believes in the whole mission and to save humanity, and she believes in the one.
And I also really like Carrie Ann Moss as Trinity, and I found out that Carrie Ann Moss also has a website called Annapurna Living or something, and she encourages women in that website, so I think that's really cool as an actress. And yeah.
So this is spoilers alert. Sorry if you haven't seen The Matrix yet, don't watch this part. But I am really disappointed in the ending. The fact that Trinity died on that ship, and at the end, everyone's Morpheus and everyone, Niobe, everyone is cheering like, oh, the one, Neo saved us. But I mean, without Trinity, Neo wouldn't have done it.
Like, why is no one cheering for Trinity? Why is no one cheering for...
Because, Trinity plays a big part in this, but at the end, everyone's like, oh, Neo's so good. But what about Trinity? Is the Grand High Witch from the movie The Witches. So The Witches is this movie about this boy who encounters witches, and I decided to watch the movie because Anne Hathaway plays the Grand High Witch. So yeah, I really like Anne Hathaway, so I watched this movie. I drew her because I really like her overall looks, and I like her costume. I like her, this purple dress thing, and yeah. And so one of the favorite things that I love about the Grand High Witch is that she says no garlic in the soup, and this garlic thing became our class's joke. I say garlic pretty much every day, and I'm obsessed with garlic. So thanks to the Grand High Witch. Okay, the next character or characters that I'm going to tell you is The Devil Wears Prada. So I really love the film The Devil Wears Prada, and yeah, it's another Anne Hathaway movie because I'm obsessed. And so Devil Wears Prada is just about this girl, Andrea or Andy, like she is going to a new job, and this job, like her boss is this lady called Miranda, and Miranda's like really strict on her and stuff, and she made her way through this job. Yeah, it's about her journey as this job on runway, and I think this is a really cool film. Like all the fashion and music in it is just really cool. And yeah, I really like Miranda's character. I love that how she is like really is kind of like a workaholic during the day and always really strict and stuff, but also is really elegant, and she also have her personal side. Also gave Andrea a lot of suggestions, and I also really like Emily because Emily is a really funny character. I think she her dream is to go to Paris with Miranda, but she works really hard on her dream, and she makes a lot of like funny talks, and she helped Andrea a lot on her journey as the jobs. So yeah, this is Devil Wears Prada. Okay, so this is Fantine from Les Miserables. So I first decided to watch Les Miserables when I joined in a ensemble in our school, and one of the songs that we have to play in our ensemble is called Do You Hear the People Sing? So I went home and I googled the song, and I really loved it. So I asked my parents to let me watch the movie. So I watched it. It's a pretty
tragic movie
to be honest, but again, Anne Hathaway is in it, so yeah, and also Eddie Redmayne in it, and a lot of actors that I like. So yeah, Fantine is this desperate mother in Les Miserables. She have a daughter called Cosette, and women during that time, like a lot of women that works with her in the factory is really jealous of her because, you know, she's pretty and she have a daughter. So they like sort of bully her and say a lot of bad things to her and force her out of the factory. So she's alone in the streets, and yeah, she's a pretty tragic character. It was really sad, but I mean, Anne Hathaway got an Oscar playing this character, so I really think Anne Hathaway did a really good acting job in this movie, and yeah. Okay, yeah, this is Anne Hathaway again in Alice in Wonderland, the White Queen Marana. So I watched Alice in Wonderland, the first movie, when I was really little, like when I was 9 or 10 or something, and so I think the White Queen is really pretty, first of all, obviously, and yeah, she's the queen. She's the good queen in Alice in Wonderland, and she's just really sweet, like the way she talks. She's a classic Hufflepuff, I think. She must be in the Hufflepuff house because she is really sweet and nice and helpful.
You know, because usually the good and the bad character are really against each other, but in her condition, like the bad character is the Red Queen, which is her sister, Racy, and she's not like a lot of the good characters who's like, oh, you're a villain, you're very bad. But instead, she's also like warm to her sister. Like she wants peace, not war. So like she even said to the villain that like, can we not fight and stuff. So I think that's a really unique trait of her. Like she's really nice even to villains, and yeah, I really like her.
Okay, so this is Commander Lewis from The Martian. Now, The Martian, this movie made me in love with sci-fi movies about space. So I watched Martian when I was 8 years old with my parents, and at first I was like really like, what's this movie about? But at the end I was obsessed. I was obsessed with Mars and astronauts, and that, like, when I was in second grade, my dream was to be an astronaut or an astronomer because of this movie, and also Interstellar. But actually, in reality, this movie led me to watch Interstellar and a lot of other movies. So, yeah, this movie is really helpful. I like Lewis in this movie because she is a really skilled commander of the ship. She leads all of her crew to save Mark Watney, the Martian. She's really responsible. Yeah, she even blames herself when Mark Watney got missing on Mars. So yeah, and other than that, this is also Murph. So Anne Hathaway movies has become a great obsession for me. I literally watched every single Anne Hathaway movie that I could possibly watch that is like PG-13. And so I watched Ocean's 8 with my parents.
My mom is really strict.
So yeah, this is Lou and Daphne from Ocean's 8. These two are my favorite from the Ocean's 8. So for Daphne, of course, she's Anne Hathaway, so I like her in the Ocean's 8. And also Lou. Lou is just so cool. Like, I first seen like Cate Blanchett as Galadriel, but I think Lou is like really cool as well. She rides motorcycle, and she's just... And I think Ocean's 8 is a really cool movie, you know, like all of the great actresses in one movie, so yeah. So this movie is Wolfwalkers. Wolfwalkers is a movie made by Tom Moore, who also directed Song of the Sea and The Secret of the Kells, which are two of my favorite movies of all time. Tom Moore directed a lot of great animation movies that are based on Irish tales, Irish stories, Irish myths, all that, and I really like Song of the Sea. I watched Song of the Sea when I was 7 and I fell in love with it, and like I literally watched that like every single movie night that I had when I was little because I really like it. I really like Saoirse, and the art in all of Tom Moore's movies is just amazing. Like I loved, it's like one of the most beautiful movies I've ever watched. Like literally every single scene in the movie can be made into a movie wallpaper, so that's how pretty it is.
So Wolfwalkers is about this girl called Robin who really wants to hunt wolves with her father, who is also a wolf hunter. So they moved into this village in England. So the people there wanted to cut down the forest and so hunt down wolves. So one day when Robin plucks up her courage and went into the forest, she met this girl who's called Mev, and she and this little girl became best friends. And this girl Mev is actually a wolfwalker, and the wolfwalkers turn into wolves when the human form sleeps, and when they wake up they're little girls again. So yeah, they became good friends, and eventually Robin also became a wolfwalker and fights alongside Mev to save Mev's mother, and also saves the wolf packs of the forest. And I think this movie is quite similar to Secret of the Kells because it is also about this village who is overprotected, and also about these mysterious woods outside of the forest, and also wolves in the forest. So I think these two movies are really similar, and I really like Robin and Ned from Wolfwalkers.
This is the last Anne Hathaway picture in this video, I promise. So this is Jules Austin and Ben Whitaker from The Intern. The Intern is a movie I recently watched. It's about this old man called Ben, and he volunteered for a senior intern program at Jules's work. So Ben is Jules's personal intern, and at first Jules is a bit doubtful about Ben. She's like, why do I need an old man as my personal intern? But then she found out that the old man is really, really caring, and he knows her really well, so she kind of likes to work with him, and they does a lot of fun stuff together, and also works together really well, and have a lot of conversations together. So yeah, this is a really uplifting movie. It's a movie to watch when you're bored in house, and it's a really quick-paced movie about this, city life. And also that you can always reach out for your friends to help, and not just to just carry the burden on your own. So that's a lesson that we can learn from the movie. Yes, I finally watched the Matrix trilogy. So I watched it with my parents, of course, because it's scary. And so yeah, my dad is a really, really big fan of the Matrix. He watched it all the time when he's cycling and stuff. And yeah, I wasn't really interested in the Matrix when I was younger, but one of my school teachers told us about the Matrix, and I kind of got a bit interested, so I watched it, and I really like it as well. So I just drew Neo and Trinity in it. So Neo being the one and Trinity being his one.
I think this movie is really alike to a lot of other movies I watched. Maybe a lot of other movies are inspired by this movie. Yeah, I like to think that
what if we are all in a dream, we're all in a virtual reality, and when we wake up from that simulation, we're in December 2019 again, and there will be no COVID-19 whatsoever, so we'll have our normal lives again and can travel again. That's a good thought. Alrighty guys, I guess that is the end of today's video sharing about characters. I really hope you liked all of these characters, and if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up.
And also subscribe to my channel because I will draw a lot more characters and I have a lot planned to draw, so I'll draw a lot of more characters and I'll update every time I draw another 10 characters. And other than that, I also update my diary stories and vlogs, so if you subscribe you can see all that. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out my other 2 character drawing videos as well because a lot of characters are in that video, so don't want to miss out on that. Bye!
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. And I'm going to update my character drawings every single time I draw another 10 of the drawings. So yeah, stay tuned to watch those. And also please follow my Instagram, which is at JulieArt7. I'll link it down in the description because I post my character drawings and my other drawings and my daily life pictures on my Instagram. So please check it out if you would like to. And bye!